We might just get hit with the Rico.
Me Millie, cause we in the field with them birds like we play for the Eagles. I'm on probation, so let me not talk what's illegal. Switch it up. Today I woke up with my drinker, she rich as a beetle. For my teachers that said I won't make it here, I spent a day with.
For this recovery of Carson Wentz and what's been going on with him lately, he's been looking really good. And I'm not just saying that. For a guy that's torn his LCL and ACL, and these doctors, I guess, have done a very good job on Carson Wentz, and I can't really complain because if you look at the OTAs of him throwing the ball and really like kind of moving around, and he looks a lot quicker, he looks a lot more agile, and he looks like he's doing much better than we all really thought he was going to do. And, well, I think this is a very good situation. I kind of have a feeling he's going to start week 1. I mean, that's what I think. I think Carson Wentz will start week 1 from his progression and what he's been doing. It's been absolutely amazing. You know, we can sit here and we can talk about, you know, all the negatives, and you know, there's always negatives with the positives. There's always negatives of him not protecting himself while he's in a game, and he's not gonna, you know, remember, you know what I mean? But it's just like what happened to RG3, okay? After his spectacular rookie year, the year after they immobilized him, he ended up getting hurt and then coming back, and then what happened was the offensive line played so bad, they made him into a pocket quarterback, and he got destroyed. The Redskins just, that front office ruined his career. And I love RG3 was a great player, and I really liked the way he played. I loved his style, and he was fast as shit when he first came out, of course, before all the injuries. But Carson Wentz, his bread and butter is to extend plays and use his big body size and his quick feet to go extend plays and make these throws. And for a guy at 6'5", you know, 238 pounds, 240 pounds, it's amazing what he can do. And I can't wait to see what this guy does, especially this year again. I mean, I could see him going past 33 touchdowns this year, more than he did last year. I see a lot more from this kid in the future. I see a lot more from this kid next year. And he's got all the weapons around him. He's got plenty of weapons around him. He's got probably better weapons around him now. Now you got a deep threat in Mike Wallace, which I'm so excited to see Mike Wallace play and really be a legitimate deep threat for Carson Wentz. Not just to run verticals, but he's gotten at least, 2 or 3 touchdowns last year on slant passes. Yeah, you know, Mike Wallace isn't washed up. 750 yards, but who was on that offense last year? Who the fuck was throwing him the ball last year? Because Flacco couldn't throw a ball last year if his life fucking depended on it. And this offense for the Eagles, there are so many dudes that are getting more attention. Darren Sproles is already in this offense now, on top of Mike Wallace's speed, on top of Nelson Aguilar's speed. You got Zach Ertz, Richard Rodgers, and now you just drafted in the 2nd round Dallas Goedert. That we're thinking Dallas Goedert is with between the size, his speed, and he's literally another receiver on the field. He's got the Zach Ertz route running with that Travis Kelce physicality. Plus Alshon Jeffrey out there too. Plus you got Corey Clement, Jay Ajayi, Darren Sproles, and whoever the next running back is going to be between Matt Jones and Josh Adams. And then on top of everything else, you got a top 3 offensive line in the league right now. What more can you really ask for? What more can you ask for? Because I see nothing wrong with this offense. This offense is ready to go. Whatever we find out who that 4th running back is going to be, then we'll know what's going to happen. I'm not even just... forget the guys I just talked about. You got Matt Collins that could have a breakout year this year. By the time whatever chances he gets to go out there and make some catches, he's never disappointed us fans every time he hits the field. And when he hits the field, he makes everything worth it. And he's gotten plenty of touches, and they've all been positive. And we can't really complain about it. So Carson Wentz, Nick Foles, we got the best quarterback duo in the league. You got the season MVP with the Super Bowl MVP. I mean, you can't get any better than that. So when you start nitpicking at a guy or two, and the Eagles had a pretty good draft. It wasn't a bad draft. Getting a Matt Pryor from TCU that could play guard or tackle, big size, had his quick feet for 325 to 330 pounds, whatever he is. Very quick. Joe Douglas is a big fan of him. Josh Adams is a guy, I mean, he hasn't been practicing, but, it's another guy, as soon as he hits preseason, hopefully we see something good out of him, a vertical DeMarco Murray, one-step, one-cut runner that, hopefully he could go in and do something, which I'm really excited to see him. You know what I mean? And even, you know what a name that I'm kind of excited to see what he can do and bring to the team that I think... Forgot where he's from, but they pick up that Tim Wilson. He is a deep threat in I think he's like in a D2 school, or I think I don't figure out what school he's from, but they brought him in for a tryout, and they haven't cut him yet, so they like what they see apparently from him. So it's nice to, because sooner or later we're gonna at least get that deep threat wide receiver, a young guy that we need on this team. Because, Mike Wallace is probably a one-year rental. I don't think he's going to be here more than 1 year. You know what I mean? So this offense is loaded. And, we got everything we need, really. It showed last year. And, we'll see what happens. But going back to Carson Wentz, he's got everything he needs. Carson Wentz is looking good. Doctors are doing a good job with him. And, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you look at other quarterbacks that go through injuries. You look at, like, Aaron Rodgers. Like, per example, guy gets hurt a lot between a broken collarbone, ACL, multiple ACLs. I don't know if he had an Achilles injury or not, but he always comes back and fights, and he always comes back stronger and stronger and stronger, you know what I mean? So, Carson Wentz went through a learning experience of what it's like to not only sit out and not play football, but now watching another quarterback in front of him. But at the same, win the Super Bowl, but at the same time, being a coach on the sideline and not having any personal disputes because he's not playing. He's being the team player. He's being that classy guy that everybody could appreciate for the support. So this offense is loaded. Can't complain about it. Very excited. I hope you guys are excited. So that's all I really got to say. I just wanted to kind of go through the progression of Carson Wentz and what he has on this offense. I mean, like I said, Mike Wallace, very excited. Very big upgrade to Torrey Smith. Torrey Smith only had 400 yards, like at least 400-something yards. Not great. Missed a lot of deep passes this year. Didn't really get open too much. He was more of a decoy than he was. He made that fantastic touchdown catch on the the flea flick or whatever, in the NFC Championship game, and then he caught the ricochet pass, when it went off, would have been Nick Foles would have threw an interception right to the Falcons linebacker, hit off his knees when he went to go catch it, and it ricocheted back into Torrey Smith's hands, and he ran upfield for another 15 yards. You know what I mean? So he put in the work. Torrey Smith didn't do a great job, but he didn't do a horrible job. He made those catches count where they counted the most, and that's all that really matters. So now he's in Carolina. But with Mike Wallace, man, I'm telling you, with this offensive line, with Mike Wallace, there's more. Look at all the attention. Like I talked about, the Baltimore Ravens, attention. These teams are not that Mike Wallace was the guy on that offense that got the most attention in that wide receiver core, plus the tight ends. Now you got to deal with the whole wide receiver core. Now you got to deal with these running backs. You got to deal with this quarterback scrambling. If Mike Wallace has this much open space, you're going to find either a touchdown or you're going to find a lot of yards going downfield. So you got a good, very good offense right now, and no Eagles fan should be complaining about it and be nitpicking about this offense and how it can really run on all cylinders. So that's all I got to say, guys. So fly goes fly, shake squad up. Peace.